Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of a day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Debbie. My clean date is June 23rd, 2013. You're listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the spiritual principle a day for December 10th. A focus on we brings out the best in me. Tradition 1 asks us to shift our perspective. For the first time, we comes before me. Guiding Principles, Tradition 1, 4 members. Each and every addict who comes to NA and hears a message is able to do so only as the direct result of members serving NA. Plenty of NA literature discusses the paradox of keeping what we have by giving it away, and our traditions outline a practical guide for doing so. As this Tradition 1 quotation indicates, it starts by thinking about the good of the group before thinking of ourselves. As addicts, putting anything ahead of ourselves is a foreign concept. Some of the first things we do in NA are perfect practice for this. In my first year, I never wanted to share, one member wrote. A home group member told me that I had to start opening my mouth or I would be stealing. I thought I had nothing to offer, but when I shared, I realized it wasn't about me. Being part of NA by sharing or taking service commitments helps us, but it's not just for us. When we share in a meeting, when we show up early to set up chairs, we are actively participating in the common welfare of NA. The same holds true as we gain clean time. One member shared, "When I had a few years clean, I told my sponsor that all the meetings I had been going to were pretty bad lately. My sponsor suggested I start focusing on what I was bringing to the meeting instead of what I was getting out of it. My sponsor suggested I start focusing on what I was bringing to the meeting instead of what I was getting out of it. And wouldn't you know, suddenly I was going to a lot of good meetings." Contributing to our common welfare lets us be the we. We focus on giving instead of getting, at the group level and beyond, and we find that the way we experience recovery gets better and better. Spiritual principle: shifting the focus from me to we doesn't mean disappearing from the picture. I will bring the best of me to NA so that we will do much better as a result.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.